Yes, pay attention. We look at foreign trade. We look at what? Foreign trade. We divided trade, which is the exchange of goods and services, into home and what? Foreign trade. I will say that home trade is a trade within a given geographical area done in one currency. I will say there are two types of this home trade. We have retail or what? Wholesale. Retail and wholesale. Now we're going to look at foreign trade, which is actually the buying and selling of goods and services beyond the geographical boundaries of a country, or between one country and the other. Between one country and the other. So whenever you're having a trade between one country and the other, you're having what you call what? Foreign trade. Example is the trade of crude oil between Nigeria and the United States of America. When Nigeria exports its crude oil to the US, we are doing what we call foreign trade, because one country is Nigeria and another country is what? The USA. It is called international, bilateral, or what? Multinational trade. Foreign trade can be called international, bilateral, or multinational, or multilateral trade. It involves the use of different currencies. Is that clear? It involves the use of different currencies. If you are trading in Nigeria, how many currencies do you use? If you are trading from between me and you, one currency, which is what? Naira. And that is called home trade. But when you're doing foreign trade, you can use what? Different currencies. You can trade in dollars, isn't it? That's why those people going to China to buy things, they will first of all go and change their money, isn't it? Because foreign trade involves different currencies. It could be dollar, it could be yen, it could be any currency. Foreign trade is divided into three. It could be import, it could be export, or what? Intraport. It could be what? Import, export, or intraport. Import is when you are buying from another country into your country. Is that clear? Import is when you are buying from another country into your country. What are the things Nigeria imports? Cars. Do we do cars here? We import most of the cars. Television, do we do them here? Computer, do we produce computer here? We import most of these. What are the things Nigeria exports? Crude oil. That's the major export of Nigeria. Crude oil. Is that clear? Crude oil is the major export of Nigeria. That's the major thing we export. In the olden days, when we were still doing good in agriculture, we were exporting other things like cocoa. Like what? Cocoa, granite, and so on and so forth. But today, we cannot boast of what? Exporting those. The major thing we export, and that's why Nigeria is solely dependent on crude oil, and that is very bad. We need to export more things. So what are the divisions of foreign trade? We have export, import, and what? Intraport. So first of all, we look at export. What is export? Export, this is the sale of goods. Majorly what? Raw materials and finished goods to other what? Countries. It can be cocoa, like I told you, that was one of our major export products. And what? Palm oil. Or what? It could also be invisible goods, like what? Banking and what? Aviation. When you go to some countries, you see slug airlines owned by people like Ojuzokalo. You also see some banks, Nigerian banks in some places. Zenith Bank, you go to other places, you see them, isn't it? Other countries, I mean. So you can actually export other things. Huh? Yes, now in Ghana and other places. You understand? What of import? What is import? Import is the buying of goods and services from other what? Countries. When you buy from other countries, you're doing what? Importing. You are importing. It could also be visible or what? Invisible goods. So who can give me an example of visible goods that we buy? From other countries. Car, electronics is the major one we buy, isn't it? Electronics and what? Cars. And cars are known as what? Automobiles. They are known as what? Automobiles. You understand? They are the major things we buy from other countries. There are other invisible things like intelligence and other things that will help the US help us to do. You understand? Because they have it better than us. Then we'll talk about the third division known as what? Extra port. Known as what? Extra port. Entraport. Entraport. That's the third division. And this is importing. Importing. Whenever you import goods and services, whenever you import goods and services for re-exporting. Do you get the idea? When you import in order to do what? Export again to other countries. Then what do you call it? What do you call it? We call it entraport. Call it entraport. It can also be called what? Re-exporting. It can also be called what? Re-exporting. Entraport can also be called re-exporting. Is that clear? Entraport can also be called re-exporting. So entraport simply means the importing of goods and services for re-exporting to other countries, or in order to do what? Re-export to other countries. When you import in order to re-export to other countries, then you're doing what we call what? Entraport. You are doing what we call entraport.
A large amount